action! Alright, first idea. There's this performance artist, sort of a love activist in New York City. His name is Matthew Silver, and he runs around in his underwear in Union Square and hubs of commerce, and he shouts, "Love is the answer. Stop buying stuff. Only once in your life can you live now." All the while he bangs the drum with a stick, and there's like a sock monster attached to the end of it. He eventually is in like Whole Foods and he's banging his drum in the video, and the security guard goes up to him and he's like, "I don't really want to touch you. Should I touch you? Like, you're kind of a dirty hippie dude in like little boy underwear." And he does eventually to escort him out, and he starts dancing with him and tangoing with him to get him out. That Matthew Silver starts dancing and tangoing with him to get him to go out. As he's thrown out onto the street, he starts dancing and shouts, "I love you," at the security guard, and then the random woman who passes him, he shouts, "I love you." Then he gets up, all refreshed and ready to go with his drum, his sock monster stick. He looks around at the guy who's recording him and says, "Oh, let's go into Forever 21. And all the while, he kind of sounds like a crazy Southern preacher, but he is not crazy. Nothing about him is crazy. He interacts and he explores and forgets himself, and in all this putting on this persona, he kind of creates like his highest self, because it is something so absurd it becomes genuine. Rather, the crazy thing to me in all these videos is the people watching him on the street, laughing and enjoying his presence. Maybe it's a little change to like their Saturday shop, and yet all of their phones are out. Their phones are recording, only maybe to be uploaded online and be rewatched by people like me. Why not put it away? Why not take the time to see this guy in all of his half-naked glory instead of a 5-inch projection, a falsely shaped reality, something that we hold and we record and we say to ourselves, "Oh, we'll watch it later and it'll be like so much more enjoyable later." But that takes us into the future, and we find security in knowing that our life can be quantified in the uploads and the pixels and the future ability to watch it. But this isn't a total anti-iPhone speech. This is me asking myself, asking you, when was the last time you wanted to get out there and play around in your underwear? Do you have plans to do so? To really make people excited and entertained? But maybe it's not cool. I get that, no judgment here, of course. I just ask that when there's a time that you could find a stranger so open to giving you a hug and telling you he loves you, experience it firsthand as something of your own, not secondhand in the amount of likes and reshares that video could get. My second idea. Apathy is not cool. Yes. So here in San Francisco, I'm surrounded by people who are enthusiastic for life, enthusiastic about their futures, and I meet some people who are pretty much majoring in awesome all day, every day, as in people who are the nurses and the scientists and even, the journalists and English majors. It's all fascinating and it's all interesting. But apathy still comes through. Apathy in listening, hearing, absorbing things that are really just unpleasant and just too damn dark and depressing. USF. Yes. We're all bleeding heart liberals here up on this hill, but there's a hell of a lot of stuff going down the hill that we should really focus on. And our ivory tower teaches us to seek justice outside in the world, and oftentimes it's in areas that are out of this country, when really there's a lot of issues going on 2 steps down the block. And our ivory tower teaches us to seek justice when really we're only listening to lectures that tell us what it is all like. And we go on constructing our safe realities, feeling lucky that we don't live like that. And Sometimes our realities are overly tailored by media preferences. They make us apathetic because somehow we find it in ourselves that watching videos on Upworthy or whatever progressive human rights sites we find somehow quells whatever guilt we may have. It's a sort of way of informing us to stop this guilty cycle, and therefore it's all right if we're informed, right? But somehow gobbling up thousands of human rights videos is not going to solve it. We should take it upon ourselves to find that thing, find it, and chase it. And even if it takes us 40 years to find that passion, to really get out of that cycle of apathy, that's fine. It does not have to happen now. It does not have to be broadcast on Thought Catalog or BuzzFeed or whatever bullshit with the title like 50 Things I Did to Become a Total Human Rights Baller at 14 years old. Nope. It is yours, and by taking your time, it becomes more and more genuine. All right. Next. Scrolling down. Alright, who am I to say any of this? Because honestly, this video is mostly for myself. I, like everyone else, enjoy moments of total zoned out internet bliss. And somehow, though, I look back now at my childhood and try to see it out of the context of technology, separate from the days that my mom had to plop my brother and I in front of the television and head to work. Separate from the times my brother and I would spend days indoors instead of outside and exploring. And I wonder, when did it all change? When did my brother and I no longer get along and enjoy playing outside? When did we have to be plugged in? So my mission now is to just unplug. Turn off the phone and see how wonderful it feels to not constantly have the pressure of connection or having my voice heard by somebody. A digital detox, if you will. And lastly, gonna get a little heavy here. I wrote this letter to my future child about why his or her childhood might be something totally strange and different from all of the other kids. Dear you, I don't let you watch TV because your mind can roam with vigor and excitement in books and instruments. You will not be able to regurgitate quotes from TV shows because life outside is too damn fascinating to you. Whatever structure and discipline I create from this reality is just a foundation for an unlimited imagination. You will create your reality based on the natural elements around you. Water will be your best friend, and your imagination your guide through whatever summer days we find ourselves outside, hot and tired from a day in water and sand. We will look back on your childhood with pure affection for this world, not animosity to the false hopes that the media may have created, the false expectation of boys or girls, and what they can be for you, and what any friend can be for you. When there's moments that I feel totally exhausted from taking care of you, I will let you watch a movie about penguins or polar bears or the mysteries of the world. Then maybe later you can ask me questions, and I can ask you some too, and you can be my teacher, and I will be yours. I won't let you be a passive onlooker in your reality, drifting to pipe dream after pipe dream. You will shape your dreams as your own, and will be the greatest convergence of dirt, nature, tears, and hard work. We will live moving forward and into the present. I understand that this life I shape for you carries some selfishness. I hope we can be selfish together and move on from there towards self-motivation. I hope you understand that people will never really make sense, and maybe things will always be strange and weird to you, and I hope that, unlike me, you are not afraid of this. I hope you don't try to fit any mold to make life feel any less strange. All of this will be the greatest challenge. I will be honest with you in that your childhood might be me making up for whatever challenges I was not faced with but should have been, for whatever lack of attention and presence my parents had in my life. I hope that you won't see that as wrong, but if you do and you need to escape, know that I will always forgive you for leaving and will always love you more for coming back. Thank you.